All right, here we have showing off here is a Karcher CV300 commercial upright vacuum. I picked this up from the thrift store 4 months ago for 10 bucks. When I got this, it was clogged not only inside the hose, but also inside the power nozzle as well. Even the brush roll was wrapped up with a lot of hair and threads inside. Even someone ran this vacuum without a bag inside because there was no bag whatsoever, and there was a whole bunch of hair and debris inside of here. So I unclogged it, I cleaned the brush roll, washed both filters in the washing machine, ordered a new package of bags, and put a new bag inside of here. So now this works amazing. Still a bit dirty, as you can see. I would have deep cleaned this if this were mine, but unfortunately I decided not to keep it. I would have if this were yellow. I mean, that's where Karcher used to sell these as before they switched the colors, just like on the Windsors. Don't get me wrong, I do love the gray color on these as well, but I just think they look cooler under the yellow color. At least they still have the yellow cord, foot pedal, and the switch. So anyways, I brought this down to my mom's work because the sanitary has definitely seen better days. As you can see, it's temporarily put out of commission. I did have to replace the cord on this, but it's not going to be long until it's going to need to be replaced entirely. So when the motor dies, I'm just going to chuck it. And as we currently speak, I'm washing the bag in the washing machine, so that's why there's no out of bag shown onto this. I gave this shark to my mom's work, but even though I tried washing the filters in the washing machine, not just with detergent, but even with bleach as well, it's impossible to get rid of the odor, so they actually don't want this anymore. And I'll be getting rid of not only just this, but even this other one as well, because I haven't even used this since I did a video on it, so it's just taking up space. So thankfully, this one doesn't smell too bad, and this would be what I would say a nice upgrade from not just the sanitary, but even from the shark as well. I mean, it's professional, commercial grade. I mean, I can just do that all day and it would still be standing. It uses bags, unlike the shark. Brush roll can easily be taken out to clean out. I can easily tear down this if I really wanted to do a deep cleaning to this, because definitely for certain I can easily get the odor out of this, unlike the sharks. Nice long cord. Excellent performance. Made in Germany. I mean, I think this would be the last vacuum that these guys would ever use. Though, I'm a bit concerned though, because the reason why I washed both filters onto this is because they are not cheap to replace. And they are cheap when it comes to replacing things. I mean, that's why when the sanitary dies, I'm chucking it, because they're not willing to pay for a new motor on this. And So this outer filter here, this costs just as much as buying a Miele air clean filter. So I was able to luckily wash this once in the washing machine, but unfortunately it's not going to survive getting washed again in the washing machine. So next time it will be due for replacement. But other than that, really the only costs I've put onto this is just getting the bags. And these are generic bags. Now, normally I would recommend you use genuine bags on these, but not only these bags fit in nice and tolerant, but also Sibo is one of those companies where you actually can get away with using generic bags and filters for you. So I honestly have no worries whatsoever about it. So anyways, yeah. Despite that, it's probably going to be years before they would go through these package of bags. So that's why I'm not really too concerned about it. But yes, still concerned though that it's going to be pretty expensive whatsoever to replace the filters. So that being said, I will just go ahead and show off the machine running. So as you can see, it's been certified by the Carpet and Rug Institute on the bronze level, which I don't personally agree with. Because even what's weird about the CRI is that they would sometimes change their ratings. Like, for example, with sanitary, I remember that those used to give like a silver and now they're gold. If we're talking about the metal classic F&G uprights, for example. So I just thought that's pretty interesting, but I feel like this would have at least gone to silver, but in my opinion, this should have been gold. This right here, this is an air relief valve, so unlike the other models, where they would have like not just a light on the check bag indicator, but also it would have a relief valve so that it would prevent from burning up the motor. There technically is a bag indicator right there, but it's only mechanic and not a light. So there's the rest of the info right there. And yeah, you should have seen the brush on this. It was like completely covered. Definitely easy to unclog should there ever be one. Yeah, overall, I really do like these machines. They're not my most favorite. Personally, I prefer the sensor models, or my personal favorite, the Versamatics. But I still think this is one of the best vacuum designs that I've ever seen. And it's a shame that they don't sell these under the Karcher name anymore, because for what these were selling back in the day, I would say that they were worth buying considering for the price that they are, although for the cost of having to replace the filters, I think it would have been better off just to actually get a sensor model instead. Nonetheless, if you could get away with washing the filters on these once, you could probably at least save you a little bit of money and time. But honestly, if you don't really want to spend much on replacing filters on these, then you pretty much bought the wrong machine. Anyways, without further ado, I will go ahead and run this machine. Anyways, hope you've enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.